TM44 won, I think, a few weeks back. Was it last Saturday?
Yeah, last Saturday, TM44 did win it. That was Snorlax, Hitch, and I can't remember who their third was, but they played phenomenally.
Okay, now are we still missing a player here?
Yeah, it looks like we're missing one player for Dragonfruit, I believe.
Oh, Titch, the team leader. Where did he go?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I gotta say, I love this new name by Django. It's not delivery, it's Django.
Yes, I'm appreciating that quite a bit.
Yeah,
Titch, where are you here?
I can only do EU servers, I might be able to play.
What's that?
I've got really bad lag on US.
All over the
Okay.
place,
Okay,
really bad
Fury's
language.
subbing in for Titch then.
Alright, awesome. Thank you, Fury.
Thank you, Fury.
What I was
give me
gonna
a
say
second,
is
I
we've
gotta-
seen some pretty unique names from people throughout the events we've been having lately. I always like seeing some pretty funny names, makes me laugh. So it looks like we're gonna do the next map, and then we should go live. If Fury could join in, that would be great. Just waiting on him, and then matches will be live. I hope Titch does come back. Maybe he's just eating or something. I don't know.
No, he said he was getting some really bad lag. But I think the rest of his team was NA. And so, I don't know, it was kind of the ongoing problem we've been facing, where we need to just have separate NA and EU tournaments. We'll
Yeah,
probably start doing that soon. I was hoping we could do that with the new Wednesday events, but I guess that didn't totally work out because everyone wants to play at every event we have.
Yeah, that would be great. Splitting the regions. We are growing. The community is getting bigger. So maybe we'll be able to do that really soon. But for right now, the people that do sign up, we do try and switch servers. If it is mostly EU players, we will go to an EU server and back and forth. But maybe we'll be able to separate the regions really soon. That would be great.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to look into doing that. Especially because we're talking about getting a little bit more long-term competition going instead of just doing these weekend tournaments. We need to do something that's more like a season, so that we can get something that goes from tournament to tournament.
Yeah, that would be great.
Now it looks like we're still waiting for Fury, and did we lose someone else there? No.
We lost Django. Probably waiting on Fury. I bet he went to go change one of his focuses. One thing for a lot of people tuning in, this game, they have skill focuses. It changes what the core ability does in a way, but leaves it true to itself. So let's try and talk about one. The Pyromancer Flame Wall. Pyromancer has an ability that lays down a wall of flame on the ground, and it shoots horizontal from you. Well, one of the skill focuses makes it shoot vertically, straight out from
straight out
the player.
in front of you instead of a line in front of you. And that kind of affects the way that you play. But when you have it going straight out in front of you, it's a little bit shorter than the line in front of you, across in front of you. And so it's like a tough decision for the player to decide which one you want to go on. I find that when I use the one that is just like horizontal in front of me, I can usually just rotate my character to the side and attack from that direction if I want it to go straight. And then the extra time on it definitely makes it worthwhile. You don't see a ton of pro players playing with it going straight out in front of them.
Yeah, there was a time where there was only people using the straight wall, but they really want the game to be balanced, be unique to your playstyle, what you can do. So it's really important to have a trade-off, because hey, if it just shoots straight out in front of you, why even take the horizontal one? Because there's more chance to miss or mess it up if you're not really skilled with it. So what they did was they actually shortened the length of the wall. I believe the damage did come down. It may or may not have come down on the straight wall. But if it's easier to hit, you're gonna get more ticks from it. And they balance all of the skill focuses around like the core of the game. And if one feels out of place, and a straight upgrade, they will nerf it and change it so that it's not just, hey, this is the strongest, I have to use this. It's more about your play style.
Completely. Yeah, and that's why I'm excited to see the C round of focuses as well, because I don't even know what the team is looking at doing for a lot of that stuff so far. But seeing how they've done Focus Bs so well, I think there's a lot of cool opportunity there too.
Yeah, there's Focus A, Focus B. I can't wait to see Focus C when that comes out. That would be really awesome. Because I know there's a lot of abilities that just what they've done with Focus A and Focus B right now have just been so incredible that I don't even know what they're going to do for Focus C. Really going to be some unique stuff coming in on some different abilities.
Yeah, and as you know, the Tinkerer is right around the corner. For all of the fans who are just catching in now, we've got a new character coming out called the Tinkerer, and they're sort of an engineer that does a lot with traps and setting down different machines that they can build. Oh wow, a tower has spawned. We've been waiting for far too long.
Far too long.
We need to get this match started. Who were you?
Titch did join the game. He says he has really high ping, 300 plus. He doesn't want to hinder his team. He was a tournament winner last week. I know he's a very competitive player, and he wants to be able to play in this. So we're going to give him, we're going to hang in there for maybe one more minute. I know we've had a lot of delays, but we are going to get underway. If he can't get it resolved, he does have a backup. Fury was going to fill in for him. So hopefully that won't have to happen. But if it does, we will be able to start and not just stall here forever.
And for people tuning in, I hope you noticed that I got a green screen this week. And now you can see the lovely Dark Vale Games logo floating in the air behind my head. It's very exciting. Apparently green screens are only $19 off of Amazon. Pretty momentous discovery on my part. So, now you don't have to look at my ugly curtains in the background anymore. Very professional.
I don't know if you saw it, but there was a big thing going on about your plant.
Yeah, people loved my plant. It's still here with me, but now it's actually outside getting the natural light it deserves instead of the lack of light that appears in my bedroom. So I guess Titch is K'ing out, and now Fury's going to get in.
Alright, awesome. Did get camera locked. I am going to join a team. Looks like Fury just joined in. This is going to be great. We do have a lot of... Fury has been a player that's been around for a long time. We do know that he's one of the best pyros. He has been mastering Ravager, which was the last DLC that came out. We say DLC, but it's all free.
Yes, it's free DLC. It's a common misconception. I guess some other games call that stuff differently. Maybe some of them call it patches. Normally, the stuff that's just like totally par for the course we call patches, but new characters generally come in the form of free DLC.
Yeah, I don't know, but Ravager was just released. I know Fury has been mastering that. Definitely has some crazy chain slaps. At first, when it first came out, no one was hitting chain slaps. It's a really hard ability, but he was one of the first players to actually get a lot of recognition and become known for his crazy flame walls with the Pyromancer. So we know he's got the skill to line it up, put down good angles on some chain slaps, and it's a huge. If you can land those chain slaps, that's a huge amount of pressure you can put out, doing about 200 damage. Players only have a base health pool of 1,000, and 200 damage in one ability, if you can hit it, is incredible.
All right, and so this next match, we're going to go live?
Yeah, this will be live.
Awesome. All right, guys, so the next match should be starting now in 12 seconds.
Have you made sure you don't have camera lock?
Oh, yeah, I am free from camera lock.
All right.
We will be able to soar around the arena like a majestic eagle. Very exciting.
Majestic. All right, things are underway. Both teams having a shaman. Arrogant Prick, we did talk about him. I said that he was a Warden player, and I think he played a little bit of shaman last week in the tournament, and he's playing shaman this week. Fury is on Pyro. I was kind of expecting to see a Ravager Warden team have a double AoE stuns, but
yeah, could have used a bit more Ravager. Right now I'm following Dragon Fruit. TM44 is at the other end of the arena. And let's see how Dragon Fruit tries to deal with this first engagement here.
Yeah, just keeping fervor buffs up right now on Fury. That's really important. That's 20% increased damage while that's up. It also gives a bonus to healing if you heal directly into it. It will heal off those stacks, so it's not infinite buff, but it's there for burst healing and damage. Looks like the engagement happened right away.
And there we go.
Trying to knock someone off. He wasn't able to. Fury's trying to get in there. He does get a curse off, and now it's back and forth. Eradicate playing Assassin just shadow shifted, and now he's trying to close in, it looks like, on Fury. Fury didn't take too much damage, so good job by him getting some good blocks off. But Eradicate's going to be persistent. He tried to Shadow Leap puncture. I believe he got
Eradicate's 35%.
Getting chunked really hard there. Django putting out a lot of pressure, helping Fury land those curses and firestorms. There's a firestorm right now. The big AoE. Oh my gosh, Django starting to spin to win. Things are looking grim here.
Snorlax is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Eradicate trying to block, get health. Snorlax being pressured really hard. Fury trying to move in on him.
TM44 is going to have a lot of trouble if Snorlax is hurting here.
Yeah, there goes Snorlax.
There he goes.
Django.
Wow. Dragon Fruit has the upper hand big time now. Without the Shaman, there's going to be no healing there. Fury's looking really low, though. Could mean bad things for Dragon Fruit.
He might die here. He's
that
trying
Eradicate
to block.
is down too now. Wow.
All right, so this is gonna conclude it. Yeah, 3 against 1. There's no way he's gonna be able to do that,
wow.
Alec. And
amazing.
He does drop. I was really surprised at Arrogant Prick's healing. You know, like I said, he's a strong player, and he's the one I want to watch throughout this tournament.
Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on him for sure. He's done a great job in the other tournaments, and so I always like to see what he can bring back to it. Let's see as the teams are going to respawn in a second here.
And it looks like we have the same team set up.
Not changing the comp at all.
Yeah, Eradicate's going to stick with Assassin. I know he feels really confident with Assassin. I think he's going to target the healer more, put a little bit more pressure. He kind of wanted to go on Fury, and it didn't really work out too much. Fury did a good job blocking and was able to get heals from his Shaman. So I want to see him open up on the Shaman, maybe switch it up. It does look like he is going to open on the Shaman. He does Shadow Shift him, so he's in another world with him. 1v1. He does wall jump out of there, so he doesn't even get dotted. He is getting a re-stealth, and looks like he's going to go in for another opener. Django trying to peel, gets stuck behind the wall with that spin to win, Alec.
Oh, no.
And
that is the worst. Lots of people trying to put down bubbles, but they keep getting canceled. Oh, there's a good bubble by the Zealots. Oh, but it gets shut down too.
Yeah, well, inside that bubble, it's going to negate all damage, and the bubble is going to take all of that damage. So if it is the standard one, that's about 250 damage. So they are just exploding and popping right away. So you know a lot of damage is going out, even if it may not look like it. Don't let it deceive you. And Eradicate is doing exactly as I said. He is trying to pressure the Shaman a lot more. He does get caught out in that stun. And
he's laying it on, yeah. Arrogant
really,
is at 13%, but Fury's been able to get him to back off a little bit. But there he is, back in there again, laying it down as the assassin. I mean, Eradicate just really knows how to go in and tear things up without taking a lot of damage himself. Pulling him into the Shadow World, getting knocked back and forth, nice smoke bomb. Now he's doing a pretty good job, but I'm surprised that Arrogant is still alive in the middle of this onslaught now.
Yeah.
And they've got all the teams bunched up in that corner. Arrogance down to 7%. But he gets knocked out. Oh, and that's it.
That's it.
So big win for the TM44 team that time. We've got 1-1. Very intense.
Yeah, we're going to go to another map here. This is Forest Ambush Arena. And I'm really wondering how it's going to pan out. If they're going to change anything up. This map, a lot of teams have trouble with. We've seen in the past that people fall down.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't stay up top.
Yeah, the players have been playing it for a while now, too, but people just aren't totally used to it. And I guess the catwalks up top are very narrow.
Yeah, with these, oh my goodness. Oh, a bit of a blunder.
Oh, is that, yeah. Can't really make things work with 2 Shaman there. Although I think I tried it in a game the other day. It was interesting. But, you know, the other team just absolutely has the advantage. So, sorry about that, folks. We're going to let the players get their teams spec'd out right and get started on this next match in 13 seconds. Almost there.
Yeah, I know Fury does not play any Shaman, and I was that was a mistake.
Yeah.
But we don't take it super serial.
Yeah, I mean, we want the games to be fair. So, and now you can see Fury's another Pyro, running out there, getting some buffs from his team. But they're up on these